Hey everybody, it's Lawrence. LawrenceLanoff.com. I wanted to talk to you today. It's a beautiful day in the city, and I wanted to talk to you today about global warming. Now, here's the key idea you need to know. It's taken me a long time to figure out what the hell was going on. Like, why did global warming become such a politicized thing? And, it's all of a sudden it's like, Republican, Democrat, conservative, liberal. And I'm like, how did global warming become something that is a political issue? Because it's not a political issue, it's just reality. It's like there's evidence, but if it's a political issue, then you don't ever look at evidence, right? Because evidence is something you don't care about. In fact, reality is irrelevant to the true believer. The true believer is just like, I don't care. I believe what I believe. Reality has nothing to do with anything. So let's talk about, I'm going to give you the primer in like 2 minutes. What is going on here? What's going on? Why is this what it is? And why are we moving? Like, there's mass extinctions that we're heading towards on planet Earth. And that hasn't happened. The last time I think the last major extinction, they've always been because of natural disasters. The mass extinction that's about to happen is going to happen because of us, right? So let me tell you what's going on. 2 minutes or less, here we go. The first thing is to understand is that beliefs overwhelm evidence. Beliefs overwhelm evidence. This is a standard cognitive human bias. In fact, cognitive biases are what are going to cause the human race to become extinct, because we will become extinct, and that's inevitable, but it's going to happen a lot sooner because of the shit that in our heads that we believe. So let's talk more about that. Cognitive biases these are sort of whirling machines that happen behind the scenes, and they affect everything that we do. It's like your digestion, my heartbeat, respiration. We don't think about it, but it's still happening. And cognitive biases are like that. So what's happening? There's a belief that it's a biblical belief, it's a conservative belief, and basically the belief says God is responsible for heaven and the entirety of the earth. This is what the Bible says. And humans can have no effect over God's domain. So we saw this in the Bush administration. Like, Bush was like, hey, let's drill, let's, take all the resources of the planet because Jesus will replenish those resources. And in this case, humans, us puny things, who do we think we are after all? We can't have an effect on God. God is the ruler of the planet, of the entire planet and everything that goes around it. So we're just little people, so we can do whatever we want. And God is just going to be like, hey, no problem, do whatever, rape, pillage, take all the resources, kill all the animals. I, Almighty Jesus Christ, will replenish, or I, Almighty Invisible Man, you have no effect on me, so just mess it all up, because the Bible says it, so it's true. So here's the problem. Where do I begin? That's actually what's happening. It literally, in order to say there's global warming, and by the way, that's going to happen, right? The Pope just did it recently. But in order to consider the idea, we're going to have to admit that what we believed is wrong. But the problem with, super conservative folks, people who are, deep biblical, like the Bible is real, it's not a metaphor, if they accept that humans are affecting the entirety of the planet, then everything else they believe could be wrong too. That's the issue. So basically, if you accept one piece of actual evidence that disproves the Bible, then of course it would disprove everything. That's why, you hear the craziest things when people are like, oh, there's, the missing link, blah, 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 there's there's still no evidence. Evolution is a theory. You know, the Earth is only, well, I heard recently, unbelievable, in New York City, I heard the Earth was 2,000 years old. Wow. So, you know, how does that work? It works because I have a belief system. I'm devoted to the belief system. If one piece is incorrect, then it calls into question the entire thing, which is why you must have faith, human. Don't ask questions. Don't go to school. School is a waste of time. The only thing that matters is heaven and Jesus. And, you know, and this is a waste of time. This is just illusion. The Buddhists say the same thing. By the way, I'm not busting just on born-agains. You know what I'm saying? I'm all people are fucked up in this. It's basically what is called a game 2 construction. It's a game 2 construction. The struggle of this over that, good over evil, etc. And so, you know, in a nutshell, Buddhists are doing the same thing. They're like, well, all life is an illusion. You know, it's all the same stuff. It's just game 2. And the problem in this case is that we are moving towards, I mean, you know, animals are becoming extinct, the oceans are warming, there's this whole ecosystem that's being destroyed right before our eyes, but because the Bible says, hey, man, you and me, women, you know, I mean, I know the Bible's sexist, but I'm just saying, humans, you know, not only sexist, but it hates women. That's another topic for another time. I think women technically in the Old Testament are called the pollution. Yeah, we're okay. My point is, the issue is this: we are screaming towards animals becoming like a mass extinction of animals. We are animals, so that at some point will include us. And it is our own cognitive biases, our inability to see reality, that is leading us towards mass extinction. Humans will become extinct on the trajectory that we're on. And the whole time we're going to be like true believing and being like, oh, but the Bible, oh, but we don't have any effect on the entire earth. We're just puny humans. Or the Buddhists would say, that is your ego, man. It's just ego. Wow. I have to say, sometimes it's really hard when you see all this, and my students, you know who I'm talking to, who I've been teaching to snap out of the delusion. Man, when you see it, it's not always easy to deal with. Now, if you are one of those people who wants to snap out of the delusion, please contact me, because I'm looking for you. There has to be a voice of people not all stuck in this insanity. And it is insanity. It's just crazy. It's like, I believe, and I don't care what reality says, but that is a cognitive bias. And you, if you're listening to this, you are filled with cognitive biases. There are cognitive biases and self-delusions in your brain operating right now that prevent you from seeing reality. I am all about reality and teaching you that. Why? Because life is short. That's reality. You only have a limited amount of time, and how the fuck do you want to live your life? You know, I would like to see animals and little creatures. I love them. I have 2 kitties with my girlfriend. We have 2 little kitty babies. She takes care of kitties. Like, life is precious and beautiful, and all animals are evolutionarily our cousins. All life is relatives of ours. All life. Not like God put these individual species. This is insanity, man. We are cousins. We come from the same evolutionary ancestor, and it is all slowly but surely, and not that slowly, being destroyed before our eyes because of shit in our heads that isn't real. The problem with cognitive biases, and this is another cognitive bias, it's confirmation bias, is that we seek to confirm our beliefs rather than what ideally rational or critical thinking, or ideally scientific thinking would have you do, which is to seek to disconfirm. I believe this, I have a theory about this, now let me find all the ways I can to prove that that theory is wrong. Religion is exactly the opposite. Religion says, this is what I believe, just have faith, just trust me, just have trust and faith, think good thoughts and everything is going to work out. And that is called confirmation bias, but confirmation bias will never lead you to reality. If you are interested in reality, please contact me. Go to my website, lawrencelanoff.com. Feel free to subscribe right now to this channel, and let's continue to open the discussion of reality. I plan to do an intensive reality-based workshop that deals with reality, sexuality, seeing life clearly, teaching skills based in reality, not delusional thinking. If that sounds interesting to you, please contact me. In the meantime, thanks for listening. Share this video with whoever you want. I have to say, man, this riles me. You can tell I am like, it just pisses me off that we can go through life with delusional thinking and cognitive biases, wrap that all in ideas like faith and belief and thinking positive thoughts, and then never have to deal with reality. And once we do, it is going to be really potentially too late. So anyway, have a beautiful day. Thanks for listening, and we will speak soon.